What up, y'all? Flat Earth asshole here. So apparently there is an asteroid that might hit Earth, says NASA. So we got Earth, and there's an asteroid might be coming at us. It might be. So we sent a fucking rocket ship. We sent up a rocket ship on September 8th to rendezvous with the asteroid. And then we're going to collect some rock samples from the fucking asteroid. We're going to make contact with an asteroid in outer space. We're going to collect some rock samples. We're going to bring the rock samples back here to Earth. And from the rock samples, we're going to be able to have a better idea of what this thing is made of and whether or not it's going to hit us. Does that sound far-fetched at all? Sounds like a fucking movie, right? Remember the movie Armageddon? Like Bruce Willis and a team of fucking oil drillers are gonna go out there and fucking drill into this sumbitch. No, it's not that crazy, Jake. It's not like Hollywood. Alright? It's a non-manned spacecraft. So it's basically just a fucking robot spacecraft. It's gonna take 2 years to get there. 2 fucking year journey. They're gonna show up, or it's gonna show up with no people on it. And it's going to slow down as it reaches this asteroid. And it's going to, this is verbatim, it's going to shoot a nitrogen gas as it makes contact with the asteroid for about 5 seconds. It's going to shoot a nitrogen gas into the asteroid and break up some rock sediment. And then with a 11-foot long robot arm, I shit you not, 11-foot long robot arm, it's going to fucking grab some of the rocks from the asteroid, snatch it up, put it back in its little fucking robot purse, and fucking take it back 2 years back here to Earth. And we're gonna analyze the fucking rocks. That's what's gonna happen, right? I mean, NASA's got all this technology and capability, leaving the Earth, going to an asteroid, making contact with it, taking rocks from it, collecting them, bringing it back here to Earth, and then dropping the rocks off here safely. I mean, should be an easy task, right? I mean, we've done far crazier things than that. So, first thing I like to do is look at the rocket launch. Because the rocket launch, it's all about how did they get there? How did they go to space? So as I was eating a banana, or I was gonna eat a banana, I was thinking about the rocket launch. The funny thing about the rocket launches, they always go up. It's like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have liftoff! And it's going upward! Look at that banana rocket ship go upward! And then, you'll notice there's this little thing that starts to happen. It kind of starts to turn. It kind of starts to turn sideways. And then before you know it, they're showing you a fucking sideways flying rocket ship on the screen. Yep, looks like they're almost out in space. I think they're about to drop off the rocket thruster because they're almost in space, and it's flying fucking sideways. And then the nose will start to dip, and it'll look like it's fucking coming back down. Like, oh yeah, they're fucking going over the curvature of the Earth, man. They're just about into space. And then at the very end, the camera will go to the back of the rocket and fucking be like, yep, there goes the fucking rocket thruster, and here's a fake curve of the Earth. They made it to space, everybody! They made it! Woo! We made it to space! We made it again! We're so good! Hey, but how come us people here on the ground, we saw a fucking rocket ship go up and then turn sideways, and then it flew away from our eye view? Why didn't it go straight up? Oh, they won't make it into space if they go straight up. Come on, silly. Don't you know how rockets work? Rocket ships have to go sideways and then go around the Earth and catch the escape velocity. Otherwise, they won't make it into space. If it went straight up, it just won't be powerful enough to punch through the atmosphere and get to space. It has to go sideways and go around the Earth. So I don't get to see them go? No, you don't get to see them go with your eyes. You just get to wait for NASA to tell you it goes. Like, hey, did it disappear from your eyesight? Yeah, I don't see it anymore. They told us that they made it. I'm listening to them in the rocket ship right now, and they assure us that they made it to space. They made it, everybody! Woo! They made it! So you don't get to see them go. You just have to trust that they fucking went, and that they are going to go. Apparently, they're going to send a robot 2 years to go to an asteroid. You're not going to get to see it. In 2 years, are you going to remember that they fucking went? They got 2 years to work on this little computer graphic that they're going to show you. 2 years to make a computer graphic to show you that they went. It's a good enough time to work on it. Then they got 2 years to come back. And here's the kicker: when the fucker gets there, when the little probe guy gets there, first it's a rocket ship, leaves, then a little probe guy shoots out, and it's like this big square thing with fucking stupid looking wings on it that's somehow supposed to fly around out in the nothingness of space. Alright? Now here's the cool part is when it gets there, it's supposed to fly around the asteroid for fucking months and take scans and make maps. So it's gonna like shoot little fucking laser beams like pew 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 and scan it. A robot, not a person. A robot's gonna scan a fucking asteroid that took 2 years to get to and make a map of its surface so that it knows the precise spot to fucking make contact and shoot nitrogen gas into this son of a bitch and grab some rocks really fast. It's gotta systematically shoot some nitrogen gas and really fast fucking snatch the rocks and then put it back inside of its robot purse, little robot handbaggy, and take it back to Earth. And when they get back to Earth, the fucking machine is in the orbiter, whatever they want to call it. It's not going to fucking come back and land on Earth. No, it's gonna drop a canister, which is gonna come through the Earth's atmosphere, and then it'll open up a parachute and drop the samples over the Southwest, most likely Utah. Why can't it come fucking land? If it can make contact with a comet and make fucking maps, why don't you bring that fucking billion-dollar piece of machinery back here? No, they're gonna fucking drop the sample and it's gonna fucking parachute down. So it's not even gonna come back inside the robot's handbag purse. No, the robot's gonna take it out of the purse and fucking send it down on a parachute to you. Yeah, there's no way an airplane could drop a fucking parachute with some fucking rock samples, right? And trick us. That's not possible. They have to have went to space. There's no way an airplane can fucking show up way up there and drop a fucking rock sample. That's not possible, Jake. Don't even fucking bring it up. So, got a 4-year mission here. Gonna rendezvous with a fucking asteroid. Gonna grab some samples. And we're gonna bring it back here. Faster than the asteroid gets here. So we gotta get there. And then hurry up, we gotta get back because it might hit the Earth. So we have to get there faster than the asteroid gets there. In a fucking square fucking piece of shit with some ugly looking wings. Does that thing actually fly in space? How does anything fly in space? Wouldn't you have to have thrusters mounted all over that thing to keep it from just wackily fucking rotating out of control like a gyroscope? Oh, but that's just me asking questions that are stupid. I'm not a scientist with a white lab coat. You have to be a scientist with a white lab coat looking at a beaker full of colored liquid to know about these things, right? Because a scientist knows everything. Especially a scientist who's never been to fucking space. Spent his whole life on the ground. A rocket scientist might know a shitload more than me about how to build a rocket and make it leave the fucking ground. But if said rocket scientist thinks that NASA astronauts are going to space, going to the moon, that these rocket ships are actually getting to outer space and doing things, if a rocket scientist actually thinks that, at that point the rocket scientist becomes a fucking moron. And a regular guy like me that knows space is bullshit and they aren't going anywhere, suddenly I become a genius. I don't have a fucking clue how to build the rocket ship and get it off the ground. I just know they don't go to space. The rocket scientist thinks he's fucking brilliant, but he also thinks that astronauts are inside of a fucking International Space Station floating around. And they're upside down people in Australia. It's all perspective.